رولکس مفتخر است برنامه موزیک را به شما عرضه کند.
اثری پیشگامانه برای نخستین بار در پراخانه متروپولیتن نیویورک به اجرا درآمده. پرای قهرمان.
The Met was the pinnacle of my dream, where when since I was a little kid, I always wanted to sing here.
It feels good, man. It feels very, very good.
These are some of the most amazing voices on the planet, and to hear them sing something that I've created is overwhelming.
I just hope that this audience comes in and kind of drops their preconception of what they think opera is supposed to be, because this is not just an opera.
راهی پشت صحنه می‌شویم تا فرایند هیجان انگیز آماده شدن برای شب افتتاحیه این اپرا را ببینیم. پشت صحنه اپرای قهرمان، راند دوم. شمارش معکوس آغاز شده. تا افتتاحیه قهرمان اپرایی در مایه جاز 2 هفته باقی مانده. ارکستر در حال تمرین است، اما این تنها نوک کوه یخ است. پراخانه متروپولیتن مثل اقیانوسی است که از حرکت باز نمی‌ماند.
We literally have a stage that is in 24-hour use because after this morning we had a rehearsal for Champion. Tonight we have a performance of Rosenkavalier. Overnight, a night gang will be transforming the scenery back to Champion so we can resume rehearsing it tomorrow morning. So it's non-stop. And that's the way we like it. It's controlled chaos.
Same thing for the reporters on the announcement of the 2 boxers.
سال 2021 بود که ترانس بلانچارد، نوازنده برجسته جاز به عنوان نخستین آهنگساز سیاه‌پوست به اپرای متروپولیتن راه یافت و تاریخ ساز شد.
Being here is surreal for me. You know, I'm a jazz musician. That's not my daily grind, you know. This place has so much history in it and you can feel it in the walls. And there's so many great people working here who have been here for years who know what they're doing.
اینجا هنرمندان و صنعتگران پرشماری برای رسیدن به یک هدف کار می‌کنند. اجرای داستان گیرای زندگی امیل گریفیث، یعنی ماجرای واقعی یکی از بزرگترین مشت‌زنان تاریخ.
I play the Emile that is still innocent with big dreams and big hopes, and in the process of the opera you see those hopes become less hope and more what reality is, and him having to not only cope with the fact that he is sexually not what he originally thought he was, and getting to a point where he realizes that the society does not accept who he is, and it crushes him.
امیل گریفیث اوایل دهه 50 میلادی به نیویورک آمد. سپس کارش در مشت‌زنی بالا گرفت و قهرمان میان وزن جهان شد. اما او که دو جنسگرا بود، برای دوام آوردن در یک ورزش مردانه تقلای فراوان می‌کرد. حریف او، بنی پرت، در مبارزه‌ای در 1962 زیر لبی به هم جنسگرایی او توهین می‌کند. او طی مسابقه با ضربه امیل بیهوش می‌شود و کمی بعد می‌میرد. احساس گناه تمام عمر با امیل می‌ماند. آهنگساز برای اجرای این درامگیرا انواع مختلف موسیقی را با هم آمیخته، از گاسپل و کالیپسو تا جاز و سامبا و اپرای سنتی، اما بداهه نوازی کلید کار او بوده.
I think the challenge here is something that is coming out of the fact that we're not used to having a jazz quartet in the pit. But what we have, this drum set, in a way, once you start the number, the drummer becomes kind of the conductor. And so there is this wonderful interaction that I get to have with the drummer to kind of negotiate a little bit on tempos.
Being a jazz musician, I've never played the same tune the same way. You know, that's just not what we do. So I allow them a lot of freedom because it's about expressing yourself, you know, and it's about finding that vibration that kind of best tells the story at that moment.
I can add my own special flavor, my own special color. So I'm looking forward to surprising even the orchestra on the opening night.
They'll have to come every night, every
Yeah,
performance to see what she does
because
new,
I'm going to do something different every night. So I can't wait to play.
And that's for me as a person who doesn't have that background, and watching her and watching some of the other singers in the show has been a learning experience for me.
Sounds good, bro. Looks good.
That I have no doubt.
When we get on stage, what we'd like for us to do is look like one unit and one community, and we're going to do it through movement.
رقص‌های پرشمار به این اپرای پیشگامانه رنگ و بوی خاصی داده. کاری که چالشی تازه بوده و گروه بازیگران را در زمینه رقص وارد آزمون جدیدی کرده.
I was really excited to work with the actors on their different movements, and I was really inspired by the rhythm that Terrence composed, so I wanted to do something that incorporated boxing moves and warm-ups, but had a rhythm to it. So we had push-ups in there, we had jabs, so a little bit of everything.
You know, I'm realizing that I'm not only an opera singer, but I have the heart of a dancer. And that it may not be that way for the dancers watching me dance, but if I feel like I'm really treading new ground as a performer, getting in my body. You know, this show, specifically Champion, is showcasing that we as opera singers have more than just voices.
همزمان با آخرین تمرین‌ها لباس‌ها هم نهایی می‌شوند.
What we're doing is figuring out the lettering and spacing. Right now we're cheating it lower so that when the hood's down, you can still see the name.
هیجان اوج گرفته و مدیران صحنه همه چیز را زیر نظر دارند و افراد پرشمار را با هم هماهنگ می‌کنند.
Maestro, we're ready. Thank you. We're going to go back and do this earlier move when we come back.
You need to be calm. You need to be able to handle crises and keep everybody else calm. Yasmin is out there calling all the rail cues, everything that flies, the deck cues, the automation, everything that moves. And for the artistic process, she's out with the director in the house. I'm on stage communicating back with her, and I'm making sure I get all the people there, all the costume changes, all the props are set. So between the two of us, we manage everything.
So, of course, the conductor is going to conduct that, okay? For me, the biggest challenge is it's a brand new opera, and we have a living composer who's sitting 2 seats away from me in the house. So musically, it requires a little more effort to get to know the piece and understand the musical language, because modern musical language can be very different from sort of doing a historical Mozart or anything like that.
سرانجام شب افتتاحیه میرسد و جادوی کار آغاز می شود. پرده اپرای قهرمان در حالی بالا می رود که حدود 4000 نفر به تماشای آن آمدند.
Gonna make you a hat that'll make it hard
این نمایش بخشی است از طرح پراخانه متروپولیتن برای جذب مخاطب تازه. گردانندگان اینجا می‌خواهند آثاری ارائه کنند که مخاطب آسان‌تر با آنها ارتباط برقرار کند.
The goal is to bring people into the room, so they can experience opera. There was a gentleman that said to me, he said, man, if this is opera, I'll come. And that blew me away because basically he's telling me, I saw myself on the stage. I saw a story that I knew about, something that can relate to my life.
We can certainly make efforts to make opera more relatable and more relevant for a broader and younger audience, and we have to. And it's also why we're going to be presenting over the next 5 seasons, 17 Met premieres, which is an unparalleled number of new work, probably in the entire history of the Metropolitan Opera, in all of its 140 years.
With this opera champion, I have the opportunity to break the preconceptions of opera goers. When opera fans and fanatics come see the show, they're going to experience and see things they don't normally see.
موزیک به وسیله رولکس به شما عرضه شد.